Late-night host Jimmy Kimmel has sent the internet into a frenzy after mocking U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump in a White House Correspondents Dinner parody just days before a real-life shooting disrupted the actual event. In the now viral segment, Kimmel took a sharp swipe at Melania, delivering a line that's ignited outrage online. In a brutal roast, the comedian branded the U.S. First Lady as an expectant widow. The remark instantly drew attention for its dark tone, especially given what unfolded days later. Kimmel didn't stop there. He leaned into long-running speculation about the Trumps' relationship, mocking what he portrayed as emotional distance between them. The joke framed the couple as strangers, fueling renewed chatter across social media. The comedian also targeted Melania's birthday, imagining a bleak, introspective celebration. She's planning to celebrate at home, looking out a window and whispering, "What have I done?" quipped Kimmel. The line quickly went viral, splitting audiences between those laughing and those calling it distasteful. The White House Correspondents Dinner, an historic high-profile gathering celebrating journalism, was already under the spotlight this year. Trump's in-person attendance after years of snubbing the event added to the buzz, but what happened next would overshadow everything. Just days after Kimmel's parody aired, the real Correspondents' Dinner descended into chaos. Authorities say a 31-year-old identified as Cole Allen breached a Secret Service checkpoint at the Washington Hilton, armed and opening fire. An officer was struck in a ballistic vest before agents returned fire and detained the suspect. In the immediate aftermath, Trump, Melania, and senior officials were rushed out of the venue by Secret Service agents. The dramatic evacuation turned a night meant for satire into a real-world crisis. Now, Kimmel's jokes are being re-examined through a much darker lens. Critics argue the expectant widow line feels chilling in hindsight, while supporters insist it was standard political satire, taken out of context. The collision of comedy and crisis has created a viral storm where parody, politics, and real danger blur. One question is dominating online discourse. Did Kimmel cross a line, or did reality simply catch up with satire? As investigations into the shooting continue and scrutiny around political rhetoric intensifies, this story is no longer just about a joke. It's about timing, tone, and how quickly the narrative can turn.
Right now, the defendant is being charged with 2 counts, 924C, using a firearm during a crime of violence, and a second crime under 111, which is assault on a federal officer using a dangerous weapon. Now, as you all know, there was an individual, a uniformed Secret Service officer, who was shot. Unfortunately, he is doing all right and he will be fine. But it is clear, based upon what we know so far, that this individual was intent on doing as much harm and as much damage as he could. And thankfully, because of the checkpoint right outside the ballroom, where thousands of people were situated to hear the President of the United States, because that checkpoint worked, there was no one who was injured when it was clear where this defendant was going.
It was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly. and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now, put out on Truth and put out on many other platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's in great shape.